broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
I could stay away.
So good. Oh, so epic. We always choose the best songs. It's true. What is that in your hand? Is that a churro? I'm representing your churros. Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to the Messengers after show. The time is here. I know it's sad, and it's also a finale extravaganza in the house.
Random explosion.
Random explosions from Tauri. Yeah, we've got a lot of people in the mix today, so it's going to be the best after show that you've ever seen in your lives, right? I'm your host, Alison Dean. You can find me everywhere at the Alison Dean, and I am joined by my two most fabulous co-hosts that I will miss so much every Sunday. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Tauri J. Miller. You can find me on Twitter at Tauri J. It's TaurijAY.
And I'm Alexis Torres. You can find me where all Alexis Torres are sold at atorres890.
And we have guests. Be our guest. Joel Courtney is in the house, and so is Brittany O'Grady, and Jessika Van. Yes,
Thank you, studio audience.
do you like how I'm just holding my churro? I'm advertising that Alexis actually, she did exactly what she promised.
I did.
Joel came back and she brought the churros.
Yeah.
She is the most honorable woman ever. Jessika Van's going to be walking in, so don't be alarmed because that will happen.
Yeah.
Just share contact information real fast, and we'll do it again at the end. But where can everybody find you on Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff?
Joel_Courtney everywhere.
Oh, perfect. And
Twitter, Britt_O'Grady. Yeah.
any Instagram or no?
No,
That's
Instagram.
okay. Hey,
yeah,
hey.
no Instagram.
Still working on that one.
It's all overwhelming.
She's gonna do it.
It's all very, very overwhelming.
Yeah, come on.
All right, so wow, this episode they really they buttoned things up, didn't they? They sort of buttoned up, and they sort of also were like, if there's a season 2, here's what we're going to be exploring. What were your thoughts of the episode? That was it?
Yeah, it was that.
It was just words.
I thought it was good. I thought it was very much like a chess match. Like, every time something would happen, there would always be a counter move, just constantly moving until you get to the end, which was banana pants.
It was banana pants. I thought the same exact thing.
Yeah.
That was just sheer banana pants?
Yeah, I mean, definitely there was a lot of things I was not expecting in this finale, and at the same time, I was like, this is awesome. So I was very impressed.
I think for me, I was surprised at who they brought back into the last episode. Like, I wasn't expecting to see Erin's ex-hubby. Wait, are they still married?
No, I
think they were divorced.
Well, they were divorced. Mm-hmm.
So I was surprised about that. Okay, for you two, tell us. I want to know, how far in advance did you know what was going to happen?
About
The finale. Like, what the...
Yeah, a week.
about a week.
A
Dang,
week before.
that's crazy.
So when you read it, were you like, what? What was your reaction?
You pretty much summed it up. It was more. It was a little bit like, what?
Definitely. And poor Amy. Oh, gosh. I mean,
Poor
the
Amy.
Antichrist.
She's the Antichrist.
Well,
That's
she
not
was in
poor
my
Amy. She's
car.
evil.
That's a little.
She's evil.
No, poor Nadia. Like, why does she have to drive the Antichrist around? But it's fine.
You handled it very
well.
well.
Thank you
Bring
so
the
much.
devil's minions chauffeur.
Cool.
Wait,
a high honor.
when Amy knew that she was the Antichrist, how did she react to that? Was she like, "Wow, Mom, my career is made. I'm the Antichrist"?
I have no idea.
You know, I think Madison took it very well. She's very professional. She's wise beyond her years.
She seems like it.
Yeah,
She's way more mature than I am.
Yeah, but
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Like, what a great kid actor.
Mostly just talked about the fact that she is more mature than you.
Well, I am here holding a bowl of jelly beans. So, yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah, no,
are you?
way more mature than Joel is.
Yeah.
But she's not a charm bucket.
All right, so they kick things off with the Genesis drone site. How big was that set, by the way? Was it like a huge thing?
It was a shooting range that we kind of like took over, kind of.
Okay.
So they built the platform for the drones.
Okay.
And then there was probably like 25, 30 yards until like the barracks that we filmed, and then the trucks, and then like this other place we kind of like filmed all in that area.
Okay.
And then the truck that the Diogo was under, the devil, he was crouching under, that was probably maybe 10 yards away.
Oh,
So
okay.
not 10. That's more than 10.
I was like, I don't know anything about yards. I'm like, yards?
But it's
Do you run on the metric system?
I'm like, how many feet
I was going
is
by
that?
football.
Right, I'm like,
I have no idea
we
how
knew
big,
what you
but
meant
it was
over
it was big. It was open.
I was like, they were in a very big space. You weren't there for any of that stuff.
No, I was not.
You were like stuck in a car.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
But it's a cool car.
I like the car.
That's true. You were in a very festive car, I must say. It
Yeah.
was. It
Yeah.
was like
It was pretty festive.
It was.
bright yellow. It's beautiful.
All right, so basically they're doing all the preparations for releasing the evil drones, and simultaneously we cut to all the messengers in their abandoned home, and
The candles were lit again. I was like, hey, candles are back. She loves this every single time. Ever since the first after show, we're just like, it's so random and sporadic how it's like lights are on and then all of a sudden, hey, look, candles.
yeah, it's
I
true.
loved it.
So we get a vision.
Yes.
And it's a kind of a nuts vision.
Yeah,
Tell us
there
about
was
the vision.
a lot going on.
Yeah,
There
Tauri,
was.
decode the vision.
Decode it.
Yes.
I mean, there were a lot of pieces. Like he sees Michael screaming for his mom.
That was
we
crazy.
We got the devil basically wisping away a child, and then we get the upside down face
Oh,
lady.
so creepy.
What else do we get? We get
we
we
had-
get everyone dying to death.
Which was crazy because I was like, no, this doesn't seem correct. I feel like we could be a little bit better with that.
All
Like,
right.
you know, like I feel like not better at it, but I felt like the fact that there's no way that they were all going to die at the end of this. That was my prediction for like the whole time. I was like, no
I was
way.
freaked out when they
Really?
showed. Yes, I was. I was like, no, they would not do that to me.
I sat there and I was like, there's no way they're going to kill all of them at the very end. Even though it was real close.
I mean, yeah,
I was like,
it was
no.
almost a possibility.
That was like the craziest thing ever. Hey, Jessika, wave at the camera. Jessica's in the mix.
Hello.
Hey!
Jessika Van in the house.
In the house. Hey, and by
I
the
didn't know we
way,
were on camera.
there's some baby wipes underneath you, so that if your fingers become
I
mucky.
love it. You're
I got
on
your
it.
back, girl. I got your
Yeah.
back.
On it.
All right, so we're talking about the drone site and all the action there. Any fond memories, Jessika, from those final scenes that were all nuts and being filmed on that crazy yardage drone site?
I mean, I think, the rain ended up being not as bad for most of us. It was like this big thing where we were all afraid that it was going to be really cold and there was going to be rain and that we'd be like lying there freezing to death. But then when I did it, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then I was done, and then they like had towels and like wrapped me up and took me off to like change for the next thing. But some people had a harder time, I think.
Who?
I don't know.
Oh, did you?
Mine was really easy. They're like, okay, now go lay in the puddle of water. We're going to sprinkle water on you. And I was like, okay. And they're like, okay, about 15, 20 seconds, and then we'll cut, and we'll just use whatever we have to use. And I was like, okay. Hold your breath and, like, don't move.
That was so sad. Wait, I was trying to think of who. Anyway, okay, wait, we're skipping ahead. So,
We haven't even recapped the episode
Play dead.
yet.
yeah, I'm like, let's recap all this. So, the messengers, well, part of them are out looking for Leland because they're trying to infiltrate and stop him from releasing all the drones because that would be a very helpful thing.
Giant no.
Yeah. So the messengers all go to the drone site and they know where to go because the devil has a convo with Vera about this and advises her on where to go.
Like he does.
Like he does. Like that guy does.
Yeah.
But Josh and Erin stay at the house, I think, to probably say goodbye to Amy and Nadia or
That
something.
scene, it was it was teetering for me a little bit.
Which
I was
one?
like, when Josh had the fire poker, and I was like, maybe we shouldn't get there, but okay, well, this is going to be interesting. CW.
Okay, here's what I want to know. So when you guys were reading that script with Josh holding the
Fireplace
The
poker.
fire
the poker, were you thinking Amy is donezo?
No way.
Okay.
I was like, no way.
Okay.
I just
Not happening.
I just thought CW, you can't really do
Yeah, that's what I
that.
was thinking too. I was like,
Though,
I mean, they have
I would've
Supernatural on there.
respected
I know, so would I.
Yeah.
I would have been totally fine with it. I'm a dark soul. So.
I mean, I was like, she is the Antichrist.
that was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's
For the
like
greater
confirmed.
good.
For the
Spock
greater
would've
good.
For the greater good. Although, I mean, we've also been kind of going back and forth on the devil and what his whole...
That is the next question I wanted to ask you and Tauri was that...
And them.
And of course, but like really knowing like what the devil was really up to. Because it's really hard, because it's like, okay, I feel like you're really playing for the Messengers, but at the same time you're still fiddling with like Ronnie and
Yes.
the Fairbanks. Is that
Yes.
fair? Yeah. And all of them. Like that was... I was so confused.
I think we should start with all of them.
Well, he's definitely playing for his own team because when he said to burn down the hotel, he said, and the kid.
Right.
So he's definitely batting for himself.
Yeah.
But to do that, he has to get rid of the horseman. Thoughts?
Right.
I think you summed it up.
Yeah,
You're perfect.
Yeah. I think it's,
Oh, Jessika.
well, I think it's just hard because the devil will go anywhere that he gets what he wants. So he'll be on the messenger side or he'll be with the horseman. And
Depending on, yeah.
Yeah, depending on the situation, and that's kind of the creepy part about the devil.
Because you
can't
kinda
trust
don't know.
him. Right, it's all about him. That's how evil people work. It's all about themselves.
They're so
Yeah.
And that's well, yeah. I mean, that's what I assumed, but I kind of just wanted to pick everyone's brain about it.
Yeah,
You know?
great question. Tari? Tari, your thoughts?
Me? I mean, they took all my answers, but I will say, just adding on to what Joel said, is that like he made the statement about now having a child, so he has to kind of has to protect this world to raise his child and enforce his dominion.
That's true too.
It's so creepy.
That is true. That is true. So another nugget that we get from the devil is he basically tells Vera that Michael is the archangel.
I literally wrote in my notes, it's in big words, it's like, duh. I don't know why I didn't think about that until like way later.
I did, and I don't know why I didn't say that before. I mean, it just kind of, it made sense.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm like, oh, Michael, Archangel, like for a while, but I was like, they're not gonna go down that route, right?
No,
He's
of course
too young.
of course they are. And I like how the devil was like, how many Michaels are in your family? And like, this is not a family name.
It doesn't just come randomly, and I was like,
Yeah.
it kind of did.
Right.
But I don't know. I thought it was
appreciated
interesting.
that. Yeah. Okay, so then we cut back to all the action on the drone site, and
I have a question.
Oh yeah, to
Ooh,
ask.
Say it.
So when I was watching this episode, I was thinking once that was revealed that if the devil could have I forget the name of the parents.
Fairbanks.
Yes.
Fairbanks.
If you could have the Fairbanks.
Fairburn.
Maybe
Fairburn?
Banks?
Fairbanks.
I don't know, I
Fairbanks.
got it wrong.
I'll look it up while you guys are doing that.
J and K.
Yeah.
If you
I'd
could
go
have
for
J and
Burns.
K
I'll vote on Burns.
Vote against
kill
it.
Eliza.
I think it's Burns, but okay, yeah,
I'm
sorry.
gonna look it up.
It's fine.
What do
Pretty
we
sure
get
Banks
if
is
we
wrong.
win?
I'm just gonna.
All of the
You
food.
get more food.
It's Fairburns. It's Fairburns.
You
I
just
put in my
did that?
notes.
Wow.
Yeah.
J and K. If you
Wrong.
can have J and K,
Yeah,
kill
make it rain.
Eliza.
Okay.
Why not have them kill Michael from the get-go? So I was thinking that
That's a good point.
Is there a chance that or do you guys think that there's a chance that he thought that Michael would be the Antichrist?
See, it's funny because I was thinking of that would be really cool if it was switched instead of Amy being the Antichrist, because I thought it would be more of a problem than Amy being the Antichrist for some reason, because then Vera would be trying to save Michael the whole time,
Right.
and then it would actually be in his favor instead of really giving a crap about Amy.
But then her name would have to be like Michelle or like something else if they wanted. I mean, they did it purposely.
But I
They
think
staged
that would
it.
be a cool
Right.
twist, though. If the
yeah.
fact that his name was Michael, but he was actually the Antichrist.
Oh.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's why I thought it would be cooler if that was again, Dark Mind, Game of Thrones, like that's all I
Right,
could
right,
think
right.
about. Blood.
No, I mean, yeah. What are your thoughts?
I never thought about that. That's pretty gnarly.
Leave it to us. Leave it to us over here.
There.
You know, I think
it's Fairburn. I just
I
found it.
think Michael is, the archangel, just because I think Vera needs more faith. I think in the show, so I think that in the series, or if we were, to move forward with a season 2, I think it would just bring Vera into this whole realm of, I believe, like, my own son is the archangel, apparently. So this is,
connecting her even more to all that stuff because she's so versed in science, and that was her whole.
As Raul would say, we came from monkeys,
right? Yeah.
So all hail mighty science.
It would definitely, it would present an interesting, like, even more of an arc for her if there were to have been a season 2. That's true. I like it. I like it, Brittany. That's very good. Okay, so all the messengers. Wait, do you have another question?
Nope.
Okay, so we can proceed with the drone site.
Please.
Okay.
Go.
All right. I just want to make sure.
Hey.
This is an extravaganza, so we must.
Gosh, how dare you? Sorry.
Perfect. This is just
so much sugar.
It's all going so well. All right. So the messengers are all kind of inspecting. They're spying. They're seeing how they're gonna get on in there and stop the drones. And lo and behold, Senator Richards, aka Secretary of Defense Richards, aka Horseman of War Richards, whatever, she catches them and seizes them all. And I was like, oh man, like we're only like 15 minutes in and they're already caught. I was like, this is terrible. This is not going well at all. I was like, oh no, Josh's vision. It's so, but Zahir, he
AKA Static Shock.
He miraculously, gets everyone off their backs and then manages to really injure himself in the process.
I was like, this is such a cartoon moment. He's like, yeah, save the day, and then splat. I was like, well, you tried.
What was it like filming that whole thing with him and all the different effects that were happening for all that stuff? Like, how many times did you have to film that scene?
I don't really remember. I think it went really quick though. I mean,
Wait, which scene are we talking about?
the one where he's like zaps them and then he like goes for them and then grabs the pole and then zaps that and then he's like, I'm gonna get you, and then it falls on him.
Right.
That's exactly how the scene went.
I feel like you should recap the entire episode. It's gonna be way better.
Okay, we start out with previously. Nah.
I love it.
Okay, so you don't remember much, but maybe like one take because Zahir is awesome.
It was all morning shoots.
That
chunk, and then we switched to night shoots for after the raining.
So early in the
So I
morning.
really don't remember much from
you hadn't
this
had your
entire
coffee.
episode.
Interesting.
Or soda or jelly beans at that point. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh. I don't know. I just looked at chat for a second and I shouldn't have done that. I know. I was like, don't look at the chat. Don't, because Alexis is doing it. So, okay. What happened next, Tauri?
Next, we had Rose came in and cleaned house.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Wait, when did that happen that they could suddenly just, like, eject power out of their hands and, like, throw people against walls?
I was going to assume when they all came together. Like,
the four horsemen?
We finally got the last horseman. I thought that, like, hey, powers are here.
Question. I don't remember, but didn't she do that in the tomb with Joshua?
Yeah.
She did.
Threw him up against the wall?
Yes,
so
she
then,
did. No,
yeah.
I mean, I felt like Rose, for some odd reason, is the most powerful one out of all of them. Actually, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that I didn't think Leland was going to be able to do it, so it kind of threw me off when he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I was
Really? What was up with that? I'm like, why are you throwing me around? And so
that was
rude.
strange.
I was so hoping that you were
rude.
going to blow his brains out. I really was. I was like,
I was
please.
so excited.
And of course, it was like the pause happens to give him just enough time to, to react.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm too
Way to go,
trusting.
Koa.
Jessica
I'm sorry.
slipped
Go, Koa.
Relax.
So rude.
So rude. Okay, Tauri, continue.
We have to talk about Rose's speech. That hard truth that she laid on everybody. I was like, ow, man. That sucks.
It was a bit of a zinger.
For everybody. She called out every single person in the messengers. I'm like,
wait.
jeez.
No, we're
but-
cutting ahead, though,
Sorry,
aren't we?
I had to talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, what?
I was going to say, but Josh was like, wow.
That's the one.
That
Yeah,
one.
that
I
was
was like-
I was just
the
like,
one. That was the one I was like, ooh.
and that's so unlike Anna in general. Like, she would never say that in real life, so to see that come out of her
Anna
mouth.
is like
Yeah.
the sweetest
like-
thing in the world.
Only in her thoughts.
And she delivered it like
We were like,
It was, yeah.
Yeah, the fact that she called Joshua's wife a whore was just like,
yeah,
that's rough.
yeah. I was just like, woof, like, jeez.
That was.
All right, Tauri, continue.
I mean, I'm fine with talking about that for a little bit, just because, like, by this point, they've essentially subdued everyone by using Erin and Joshua as meat shields.
Meat shields.
Well, I mean, kind of, because, like, they're like, we're going to kill them if you don't stop what you're doing.
Right.
I also, just a little detail that I really enjoyed about this whole sequence of Vera trying to take the drones down is as she was moving under them, they would turn blue.
Yes!
That was really
I noticed
so
that. I was
cool.
like, well done.
But what confused me was why they didn't stay blue. Like, even with her energy there, like, how come they didn't
I feel
stay
like that would
blue?
be too easy.
Well, yeah, I think that because she was acting on her own, each of them are still kind of individuals at that point.
Okay.
They're a team, but they're not necessarily a team yet.
Okay.
And so she only has enough energy or, like, ambiance or aura to, like, affect them on a small scale.
Mm-hmm.
And that was also, I feel like it was just a means of kind of planting in the seed that, hey, there's a possibility that this can turn tides. But if it was just like she had to walk next to them and they're like, we're blue now, then
I think it would have been way too easy.
CW.
I mean, at the same time, also, like, me just thinking, a little bit more nitpicky is that they were kind of spaced out.
They
pretty
were
far away.
Yep.
So, I mean, the fact that her aura was that big to the point where she can cover that whole landing spray, like, thing, I thought that would be kind of an easy way out.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Again, it's just me being nitpicky.
What?
Yeah. So that I was just gonna bump it back to you.
So, here's what I thought. Initially, when Josh and Erin were still in the house, I was like, why the heck are they still in the house, right? And it was basically... But, okay, I guess the part that not confused me, but I was like, well, she's bringing all the messengers together at this point. So when she goes to capture them and then bring them to the drone side, I'm like, okay, great. So introduce all of their power together as one I just thought that was a dumb move.
I mean...
Well, they are the bad guys.
I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the
so that
classic
basically you're
Bond
saying
thing.
the bad guys are dum-dums.
I mean, they have to lose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're arrogant, and so they wanted.
They want to show it off by like having their victims all in a line, kind of thing.
Their victims.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah,
Right.
I get you. All right, so they're all assembled and they're giving a speech. The horseman gave the speech, and it was so cute because Josh is basically like, let us all take a moment to pray.
And go, we're really gonna pray right now. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
And it was funny too because I'm just thinking, what are the horsemen thinking? They're all like creating their own super circle, and
I'm sure they were just like, there's nothing that they can do.
Yeah.
but it's the
futile.
arrogance in them. Yeah, they're like, no, they're done. They're
Pride
done.
is a sin, they say.
It's true. That's true. So they kind of forge a plan to try to get Zahir to the generator that's nearby to kind of cut power entirely to everything that's going on. And so they're gonna run like hell. They're all gonna run like hell. And
that was crazy.
That was crazy and sad and scary. And I think I might have cried a little as they were all tumbling. I do. I think I might have. That was the second time I cried. We have not gotten to the first time because it has to do with Nadia.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. That was a well done scene. Anyway, so basically, it's a firing squad, totally just...
That was so crazy. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had to interrupt
please,
you because
tell
I was sitting there watching with my mom and my dad and my brothers, and we're watching this, and Joel goes down first, and my grandma goes, "Not the charm bucket!" I was just like, oh dear. And I was in my brain, I was hoping it was going to be like a Star Wars moment where they were just like missing the whole time, and I was like, they're gonna do it. But
I thought Vera might make it. I was like, oh wow, she's almost there.
I was like, zigzag, guys, just make it work.
Serpentine.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting to see people literally drop like flies. I was just like, this is happening. This is actually happening.
I was really surprised.
Yeah.
How many times did you have to do that scene?
We did it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, because we did one take at the same time, right? With you in front of me, because we're the first two to go down.
It was
then they
weird.
did separate takes.
We had to figure out the timing. So we did one as a group when the thing was on a cart and they had 2 guys pushing it along with us. We were running and like collapsing and they had the shot above the ground. There were pads, so we'd like collapse on the pads and then fall out of frame.
Oh, okay.
And then the one where when it was really zoomed out and they were all falling on the ground, that was like our start doubles, and they didn't want us doing that. I was really looking forward to that one. But we didn't do it too many times because we were in a rush, so we got it pretty quick.
Okay. Nice. When you were reading through, like when you knew you had to do that scene, how was the director sort of priming you for that? Like, was there any nuggets of like, here's what's going down? Or was it just like, here's what's going down? You're going to get shot and fall on your face and stay there for a few minutes. Yeah.
It was more like pinpointing for each person where you're getting shot.
Okay.
So it's like the stunt coordinator, who's awesome, Ed, was with me, and he's like, okay, well, you're taking one here and one here.
So
you
you're
want to see
react.
that, and then you want to see that, you know, and then you want to go down. So, and I think each person's different.
Right.
So I think that's kind of what was crucial for them to make that realistic.
Right. You're like, you got that. It's your whole, like, your martial arts background. You're like, oh, I can react totally.
Yeah, did you want a triple axel fall? Or
So she does a couple flips, she misses a couple bullets, and then
catches them in her
Backhand
teeth?
spring.
You gotta do the Matrix.
That actually would have been so
would've been
awesome.
so
That would've been
cool.
cool.
I was hoping someone was gonna, like, I don't know, Vera was gonna, like, spirit walk and, like, fall, and then she can, I don't know. Obviously, she can't
That
touch
would be
anything,
cool, too.
but that would have been really cool if
I
she
wanted
could
to
do
see
something.
flying. I wanted them to just all, like just suddenly the wings to
Like, just levitate from the
Yes,
ground.
I said that. I was like, they should all be able to fly now.
It would be cool.
Now that they're all together.
Right. But no.
I get it.
Right? I don't know.
That'd be pretty cool.
I just feel like
were-
their wings are not real enough to do
Right.
that. I thought they were just like, symbol, I'm an angel.
I
Yeah.
guess, but
Though,
still.
I would say that there was like little seeds to make you think that, because it's like there are 7 of them and there are 7 drones.
Yeah.
You know.
So that would be kind of
I
crazy.
totally didn't even think that.
I really wanted
Once
a
again,
crazy.
Tari.
Yeah.
That's good. And like they could have like all just popped up like, whoop, got it.
Can you imagine though how crazy it would have been? Because they would have been like, "Holy crap, I'm flying!" And then
Yeah.
like it would just be crazy.
It would have been amazing. I really do. I think that would have been. Sorry. Okay. We're directing our own episode.
Yeah.
Really fun.
That would have been fun.
So
All
get
right.
to your fan fiction typewriters.
Yeah, everyone's like writing fan fictions now.
No,
in the chat.
they some of them have written fan fiction. A few of them tweeted and said, "I have my own fan."
Send them
Yes.
to me.
Yeah.
You guys should send them to us because we love that
I'm gonna
stuff.
go through messenger withdrawal.
So what's happening while everyone's dying? What's going on
Okay,
in the
exactly.
streets?
That's what I mean. So we should kind of cut to. So Nadia and
Antichrist.
Amy, they were going to make their way to Nadia's mom's house in
Tulsa. Yeah.
Thank you, in Oklahoma. But before that happens, before we see Raul leave to go to the drone site and everything else, they have a moment, and she
Yeah.
calls him Dad, and I was like, oh my god. I really did. I totally cried. I'll
I
admit
was
it.
watching that and I was like,
I
Allison's
might-
probably bawling her eyes out right now.
Shut up. Really?
No, like for real. Like I had a moment where I was like, she's probably crying.
I
Send
totally
my
was.
love to you.
It's touching.
I'm not
Comfort,
lying.
comfort.
You did it. It was fantastic. I was like, I felt it. I was like,
All the women in the room at my house were just like, "Mom." And I was just like, you go, girl.
so
Get it.
they're making their way out, packing the bags, and they leave. But they basically get stuck in the car as all this is happening. The clouds are turning red. It's bad news, bears.
Alan's driving. It's good and bad at the same time. I loved every minute of it.
Simultaneously, we've got Alan, who Vera, before she goes to the drone site, basically she calls Alan, right?
Yeah, she calls him, and I wrote it in my notes, and we were laughing about this before the show, where she's like, "Hey, can you go kidnap my child?" It's like,
was just like-
how does that gonna work? He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be taking this. I know you don't know me, and it doesn't matter. This is mine now. See you guys later."
Yes,
All right,
that's how I
just go
felt. I
get
was
my
like,
car.
how was he supposed to be able to take Michael? I'm really confused. Like, it just would have been really strange.
I would have wanted to see that scene though.
Just him just be like,
because
"You're coming with me.
He's so funny
This is weird."
that like he would have made it work. He would have just been like, they would have been laughing, and then he'd be like, "All right, now it's time to go."
He's like, I have got a puppy. Do you like puppies?
Oh, that's so cute.
There's candy in my van. Like, we're just getting into really dark
Or I
areas
have a
here.
plethora of candy. Yes. What
Do
were
you
your
have a
thoughts on all
plethora?
that? On the whole Alan kidnapping Vera's son storyline.
I didn't think it was kidnapping as much as going and saving.
Right.
Well, yes.
Because in the vision, he had burn, like the scorch marks all over his
Yeah.
face. Not that he was burnt, but he had like soot and like
Yeah.
all over his face.
Right.
So it's
Right.
more like go save my son. Like, he's gonna be at a hotel and he's gonna be needing you.
What was the name of the hotel again? The Sunburn Hotel? What was it called?
It was a sun bowl.
The Sun Bowl.
Like a bowl of sun.
Or burns all over your face. Yeah, one or the other. Okay, so, but Vera also tells...
Yeah.
Okay. I get it now. Because burns are sun. I get
We're
it.
moving on now.
Vera also tells Alan to go get Leo, basically.
Yeah.
Right? So...
Which was smart.
That was funny, too. Just that whole thing. Them together, and Alan's professing his love of Vera to Leo.
And of course, the traffic just stops right after he admits it. I was like, whoa.
How close with you guys in cars together? So because you both were sort of, it seemed like on the same street in a way.
Right.
How close were your cars when you were filming?
I mean, I don't know. Well, all I remember is just. I mean, I don't know if we were filming. We weren't filming
At the
those
same
scenes
time.
At the same
Right.
time.
Right.
I mean, my scenes were just we're on one street in downtown Albuquerque, and all the cars were stopped. And people, extras, I think, with their own cars, right?
Oh,
were just all parked there.
So cool.
Right. So people were just driving in, and I was kind of like watching people run around. And I was like, and that person runs funny. No, I'm just kidding. But like,
Very judgy.
no, I'm kidding. I would have run very funny.
Me
but
too. Me
I know,
too,
I would have been
Brittany.
like, but yeah. So I wasn't filming the same time as him.
Okay.
So
I was like, did they just keep her car there and then like, we'll
just
cut
wait
back
here.
to her?
We gotta do
no.
this first.
Right.
No, it was all separate. And then with the sky and everything turning red, was that just all like a lens, or were you seeing like crazy red lights happening as you were filming?
Yeah, no, I wish I saw crazy red lights.
Okay.
But no.
All right, interesting. So that was like all After Effects
So
stuff.
they had
Right.
to act.
They had to act as though the world was about to end. Yeah. Okay. So
They had to awesome, though.
wait, what'd you say?
Wait, what? We were acting.
Yeah. What?
I mean,
The world wasn't about to. Okay.
What's acting?
A lot of emotion.
Joel's really
stress.
method.
What's acting? All right. So
So not.
oh my goodness.
is it now the appropriate point to come back to the drone site with the dead messengers, or should
yeah.
we? Okay, I feel
Before
like
you get into that, I wanted to talk about Diogo's scene where
Oh, yeah,
I thought
we
he
should.
was just gonna he busted out his wings, and I was like, this is it. He's gonna totally kick butt.
No.
And then nope, he got thrown up into the what was it, that trailer thing, and then that
Yes.
was it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna cower underneath this thing, and I was like, no.
I was actually surprised that happened. What were you guys thinking when the devil gets his ass
Handed to him.
handed to him?
That was crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
expect that. I was
I
like,
didn't
what?
expect it either.
Whoa.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
What did Diogo think about all that?
I would love to know.
I don't know. I thought there was going to be like a major throwdown,
That's
but
what I
that he
wanted.
was going to lose to fight another day.
Right.
Yeah.
So, just so you all know, since we're speaking of Diogo, he is going to be in studio August 9th at 7 p.m.
Shut
Nice.
up. Are you serious?
Yeah. So get ready for that, because we'll talk a little bit more about all the messenger stuff that he wanted to be here today, but he is flying, and not flying like
I was gonna
with
say, I was
wings.
like, with wings?
but in an airplane. He's flying in an airplane.
They're not his wings, but they're wings.
So yeah, no, that was a cray scene.
Yeah.
I thought.
I definitely wanted. I'm definitely on Joel's team on that one, where I wanted a giant showdown. It would have been really cool, because then the messengers can use that as a distraction, and then they could.
Yeah. Take out the
And
drone.
or he could have done something to like harness power between the messengers and him to like do something. I thought.
Yeah. Though I felt like the horsemen working together was kind of what inspired Joshua to have all of them all working together, because it showed their power and it kind of like
Josh, leave it to Joshy.
right.
That was good.
So good.
So basically, we cut back to the messengers. They're all lying dead on the ground, and
That was rough.
yeah, that was rough. But then it's like they should, in my humble opinion, they really needed to make this a bit more of a dramatic blue streak, because we were talking a little bit about this before the show started, and Tauri was like, Alison, yes, it was the powers of them all coming together kind of shifted the Genesis element to turn blue, but I feel like it should have been more blue. Like the red
Really?
was so red, and I thought that the blue wasn't blue enough for me.
Maybe it was
She
your
just
TV.
wanted
'cause
color.
Maybe it was
Yeah,
my
it's pretty
computer
blue.
screen.
It was pretty blue for I think it was your
Oh.
computer, because like my TV, I
Fail.
was like, I can't even tell like
what's happening.
Like any other tones, except there was a scene at the hotel where it was the blue contrasted with the fire, and that was really cool. Yeah. But like I felt it was super blue.
It was.
Right.
There was especially the scene with Alan and Leo in the rain and stuff like that. Like my whole screen was blue, and I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Okay, then it was just me. It was just me.
Sorry.
So they all the power of the messengers coming together.
That was awesome.
Turns everything blue. The positivity shines down or drips down or whatever.
Yes. Rains down.
It rains
Someone was
down.
saying
Thank you,
that
Tari.
God was crying, and
There was a minute that I thought it was God. I mean, yeah, I really did. But they all awake. They emerge. They are fine. They are healed. They have no
You
issues.
see the bullet wounds were starting to close up.
Right, because of the Genesis element.
Yeah.
Healing them. And then we cut back to Leo and Alan, and Leo can walk.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Did not see that coming.
No.
I didn't see that coming either. I was like, he's like, oh, look at this.
I know. I was like, what is he doing? And then I was like, holy smacks, he can't stand.
That was interessante.
I loved it.
And basically they patch everything up. So we find out that Erin's ex-husband, he really did burn
Ronnie.
everything.
Yeah,
but
Ronnie turned himself in.
he's going to jail.
Yeah.
That he's done.
How to change a heart with the blue rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to change a what?
No, his
Change of
heart.
heart?
Like he had a change of heart. That's why he turned himself in.
Yeah.
I'm with you, buddy.
Remember when it was like raining and then it was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Except much more
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
really drama.
We have Vera reuniting with Michael, which was a tender scene.
Yeah.
And that kind of like patched that stuff up before they all ended up at the Last Supper.
Hey, man.
And we have all these, like, it was interesting how they filmed that to me, just because I thought it was, at first when they just cut to you, I was like, where's everybody else? Like, I didn't know, but it was interesting how they just had you guys in, like, pairs.
Yeah.
Oh, we were right in front of these two. So we were like, oh, okay. Oh, I know what's going on now. Oh, it's about to go down. They were like right behind us.
Okay, so wait, how many times did you have to do your little kissiness?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You just did it.
They were so distracted about how awesome this was happening that they forgot.
I feel like I guess we're gonna have to take another take, guys.
One more.
Just a few more.
Just a couple more.
I think Dwayne added some extra ones just for gigs and shiggles.
What about you have to tell them about the little
Oh goodness.
there's a good one. No?
What?
Yes.
Tell us a thing.
Tell us.
You know, it was the end of the show, and I was like,
Brittany was looking for a good laugh.
I'm pretty goofy on set.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very reserved. I'm like,
and I'm a method actor, so this was like
He's
weird.
No, I'm not. I wasn't trying to be method. I was just trying to be funny because my character's so serious all the time. She's never
true.
funny.
It's
so I was like, guys, what do I do to Joel to just ruin this whole scene? And I go to everybody, and Shantel, of course, is really great at this.
Thank you,
She's like-
Shantel.
She's like, lick his face. And I was like, are you? She's like, do it. And I was just thinking of coming up and being like, no.
That's something I would do.
I was thinking like just going up to his face and being like, no, it's not gonna happen. But Chantal was like, lick his face, and I'm like, and I get really nervous because I don't like to be in the way of things, and I don't like to ruin schedules or anything because we're kind of on time crunch. But I was like, okay, I'll just do it. So last time, I think it was like the last take we were taking, and I went in for the kiss, and I just was a dog. I turned into a dog in his face, and everyone
so
just.
proud of you.
I was proud of myself, But Joel, I think had to stay away from me.
Was pretty much done at that point. It was
Like 20 minutes. He's like, "Thank
We're good."
God this show's over. Like, I can't deal with her anymore." I'm like, I get it.
First
There
time
was like
they
a little,
talked.
there was a glimmer of me thinking that maybe something was gonna, like they were setting a little, or like putting a seed out for
They
Koa
played with it.
and,
Yeah.
and
I think
Peter.
they played with
I was
it.
kind of like, no.
It could have been.
Yeah, they did that with a lot of characters.
They did.
Like, kind of like it just to kind of like throw everyone off.
But
Yeah.
I don't know how serious it was because I feel like they throw little seeds here and there, and some of them pan out and some don't.
Right.
Right.
So it wasn't like an official seed, but like maybe a maybe seed.
Right. So and then we
Those
get
writers.
basically Raul and Erin. They're gonna travel to Colorado.
Yeah.
ditching us.
But I feel like, honestly, if there was a season 2, honestly, it just would have been everybody. Everybody would have stayed there. Honestly, I feel like and we get the very obvious ending where Amy and Michael are out playing, and the devil approaches her, and we see her face upside down because she is most definitely the Antichrist. I actually was nervous that Michael was gonna the ball was gonna fall into the fire, and he was just gonna eat it.
And you say I'm dark? Are you kidding me?
I was thinking that actually. I was kind of. So we had a question come in on Twitter from NDT TV Clips. If the show wasn't canceled, what would you have liked to see in season 2? Because we have to start wrapping up. This is so sad.
I know. I'm not ready.
I know. Season
More
2.
action.
More action. Wait,
More action. I'm down for
romantic
that.
action, or what are we talking?
Oh, no.
Like
I mean,
taekwondo
that's
action?
fine. There can be more face licking, but I was thinking more like fighting. Like, we had the one, and then we kind of didn't get to have another, so I would have loved more.
Okay. All right.
Right.
I agree. I would like more action. Like, I wish Nadia had more fight scenes or something like that, because in the beginning she almost beats her uncle up, or now who's her father, but,
Right.
like, I wish that Nadia was kind of with a little more guns.
You did have a golf club, so
yeah, golf club
could have done some damage.
So I wish that Nadia could have beat someone up a little bit.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, she almost
That's
killed
cool.
Ronnie.
Bullies.
It's true.
That's true. What about you, Joel?
Second season, I probably would have wanted to see more from the characters' backstories. Go into more backstory.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them were wrapped up pretty tight, but I mean,
Yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah.
extra character background. I mean, we don't know, you were on the streets, and then you were, pretty much the best card player ever.
I think we should all
But,
go
more
to Hong
backstory on that.
That would have been
Pretty
cool.
awesome.
That would have been cool. That
Yeah.
would have been cool.
Changing cities.
Yes.
There,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
That would have been
That would
fun.
have been cool.
Yeah.
Was there any interesting questions that came in before we have to give everyone?
No, everyone's really talking about what Joel's eating.
I
Everyone
said Jelly
M&Ms.
Belly.
Jelly Belly.
Yeah, so that's what mostly people were
favorite.
asking.
His favorite.
A lot of people have been saying
whole time.
there's a weird love triangle on the couch right now because it's Peter versus Nadia versus Koa.
Oh, Koa has a crush on me.
No, because it was
She's
kind of
not-
like Cole's
she's
like
not
an older
gonna admit
sister.
it.
I took your relationship as a very
Yes.
beautiful brother-sister thing.
That's what I
Yes.
took it as.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, that line oh, you have a brother now? And who couldn't resist this face?
Exactly.
Again,
Yeah, I think it's a brother sister.
Yeah, no, I was
kind
joking.
Of love. Good joke.
I was
Good
joking.
joke.
He was joking. It's
all good.
Blame it on
It's
the
like
Jelly
Star
Belly.
Wars.
Yeah.
I am on the sugar high.
That was
We're all on the
weird.
sugar high.
So, tell everyone where they can find you. And I know we talked a little bit about your show that's coming up, Rush Hour.
Right.
So they know they can look for you there.
Yep.
So maybe while you guys do your Twitters and or Instagrams, also if there's any projects that you want to talk about or anything like that, we'll start with you, Jessika, since you're right there.
Me?
Yeah.
What? I thought we already covered me.
We did. We'll just remind them for anybody that may not have been watching last week.
Yeah, I play Detective Lee. So there's Carter and Lee in Rush Hour, and I play Detective Lee's little sister, starting out in the Hong Kong Police Department, and then everything goes crazy.
Yes.
So that should be fun.
Yes.
CBS,
Cool. And they can
Sweet.
find you at
Jessika Van,
on Twitter
creative.
and Instagram
Yes, and everything.
and everything.
Yeah,
And Brittany,
I'm auditioning right now. I'm in the market, so.
I feel like you should also get commercials for curly hair ads, please.
That would be nice. Right now, my hair's straightened,
It's okay.
but on the show, that's what it normally looks like. So, yeah, hey.
I want to see a Pantene ad with Brittany.
I will totally support
I
that.
do. I
Just
really
buy
do.
all of the Pantene.
Just
go in shelves of
I use
Target.
Pantene. It works really well with my hair.
Hello, Pantene casting people.
Come on, guys. get
Yeah,
on it.
seriously.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
All right,
And where
everyone
can they
just
find you
sit in
on
that-
Twitter?
Yeah,
Twitter,
just
Britt
throw it in the
_ O'Grady.
Great.
That's me.
And Joel.
Joel _ Courtney everywhere.
All right.
You
and
pretty
you're
much
also
find them at Six Flags, pretty much.
Hashtag jelly beans.
or Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
We want to thank everyone for being so loyal and awesome and interactive with us all season. We had a lot of fun with this, and we are very bummed that we are not going to be coming back. I know that there was a petition too, so we're just going to have to follow everyone in their new projects, which we
Yeah.
will.
But thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
all the support. It was nuts.
I know, they really loved you all.
So
Oh my gosh.
wonderful.
You guys definitely had good fans. So it's been
best.
real. I've been your host, Alison Dean. You can find me everywhere at the Alison Dean. Tomorrow night, actually a 2-week hiatus for the Whispers. But you can also see me on my YouTube show, Winos and Onesies, if you're not already subscribing to that. And find all my fabulous co-peeps as well. Tauri.
As I said, I'm Tauri J. Miller. You can find me at Tauri J. It's Taurijay. Thank you. We love you guys.
And you can find me again where all Alexis Torres are sold at atorres890. Also catch me here at AfterBuzz as well for Face Off that's starting this week. If you don't know what that is, it's a makeup show. It's a competition. I also am doing Castle next year and The 100 with this guy also in the fall.
Look at that
Also
action.
check out our sister network Black Hollywood Live where I'm also doing the Geek Nerd Tech Show where I talk about video games, comic books, and all pop culture. Gosh, that was a lot of words.
That was
Got through it.
Get out.
Respect.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you somewhere soon.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.